last one that we just had last weekend, I believe, last Sunday, it wasn't just about the free haircuts that we were given. It was about the fact that all it took was for me to make a phone call and to partner up with amazing nonprofit organizations that we all came together and we had a good time. You know, in that area that individuals is like, yo, y'all is crazy. Like, you feel me? Like, in the middle of the trenches, like, we have an amazing time. And that's why I'm just glad and grateful for, you know, the Block Gives Back and, you know, a lot of other organizations that was there, because it's just like the things that we are doing in general is amazing, you know, and, you know, it's just, I honestly think that, you know, everybody coming together and just continuing to keep on, you know, doing these things is extremely important, you know,
So with those tips of coming together, you know, there's another thing I constantly say on the podcast. Community is 2 words. It's common, unity.
Yeah.
And when we all have that struggle or have that thing, like I said, it's a problem directly affecting you is when you want to deal with it.
For sure.
Having that good time, you know, doesn't mean that all your problems are gone. But for that moment, you don't have to worry about those things.
Yeah.
And that peace of mind for that, however long of duration of that time, you know, that event happened is what people enjoy, you know, having that peace of mind just for a little bit. You know, we can get back to reality a little later, but for now, this is nice.
Yeah.
And it's just those moments that we got to hold on to. And that's what kind of keeps a lot of people going, really.
Yeah. And once again, like, we in these areas 4 hours at a time, you know, like, it's not like we're just doing this for 5, 10 minutes. Like, it's like we're in these areas for 5 hours, sometimes, you know, 6, 7 hours at a time. And we're creating relationships with these individuals, which most importantly, like, that's what's important, creating these beautiful relationships with these individuals, because these are people that people walk by on a day-to-day basis. So the fact that they got people that's actually interacting with them, it's just beautiful, man. So,
and like I said, man, all it takes is one individual, and you create that ripple effect, and you can change so many lives. But like I said, we're coming to the end of the podcast. I appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story, everything that you're doing. We got a little personal. I really appreciate everything you're doing, and I wish you the best, and I can't wait to catch up later on when you got that trailer moving and you got the, you know, Ben Simmons hooks you up with that second
right.
the
RV.
The RV, yeah.
Sure,
so
bro.
I'm excited to see the growth, man. But I appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Peace. And that wraps it up for today's show. I hope you have a clearer understanding of how some people end up in the positions that life has led them to. I hope that after hearing this, you have a better appreciation and understanding for all of the ups and downs that life throws at you. Most of all, I hope this conversation inspired you to take some initiative to go out and try to add your own positive spin on addressing a problem in your community. If you want to learn more information on Josh and all the amazing work that he's done, be sure to check out the show notes where all of the links and details can be found, as well as the links to the Block Gives Back to help them out for their end of the year, John. Now, while you're there, be sure to leave a rating and a review and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And if you enjoyed this podcast, share it with a friend. Reach out. Let me know how much you enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts. I'd love to have a conversation. I can be reached at Facebook and Instagram at Limelight Highlight. Our Twitter handle is LL_highlight, or you can just send me an email at limelight_highlight@gmail.com. I got a couple episodes coming later out on this month before we take a much needed break because of the craziness going on in my life. It's a little hectic right now, but as always, man, I really appreciate all the listeners. I appreciate you tuning in and out every week, constantly. I appreciate you guys and your continued support. So yeah, as always, be humble, be helpful, pay it forward, and be the best you. I love y'all. Peace.